energy just to visit me. He will tell me that once she saw me safely ensconced in my life there, she was finally able to let go. When he says this, I will immediately wish that I had been more of a mess. The doctors have recommended hospice, he says. What's hospice? My father is silent for a beat. It's when you go home to die, he says finally. It's here where everything becomes very still. Kids are laughing in the common room. The TV is on and I hear glasses clinking. I pick at a flyer taped to the wall, pull at a corner of it until it tears away, watch it flutter to the floor. My father calls several more times that week, first to tell me that my mom is home and that they have a nurse with her, then to tell me that she's feeling better, not to worry, that I should just keep going with school for now. Can I talk to Mom? Not right now, sweetie. She's sleeping. Both times he calls, she is sleeping. That weekend, Christine and I go to New York with a couple of guys from our dorm. They're both named Dave. One of them has a rich dad and drives a fancy red Jeep. I cling to the roll bar as he swerves through Manhattan. The other Dave is an anarchist. He says things like, "Fuck the man," and I nod my head gently, afraid to agree, but even more afraid to disagree. Dave with the rich dad takes us to a jazz bar in the village that night. It's a tiny, smoky place, and we all pile into a corner together. I've never done anything like this before. Go to bars, run around a big city at night. I feel at once exhilarated and terrified. Suddenly, Rich Dave leans in and whispers at us excitedly, "Holy shit, that's Cecil Taylor." I look across the room at an old black man tapping his foot along with the music. Throughout the night, my gaze will come back to him over and over, taking in his frail frame and deeply wrinkled hands. Even though we are in the same room, it feels like we are in different universes. Later that night, we crash at someone's apartment just outside the city, and I end up in bed with anarchist Dave. He kisses me and paws at my shirt. He whispers gruffly in my ear that if I scratch his back, he'll scratch mine. I cringe inside and turn my back to him, falling asleep to his grunts of dissatisfaction. I vow that after tonight, I'm done messing around with boys for a while. Anarchist Dave is the 6th or 7th guy I've made out with in the last couple of months, and no good has come of any of it. When I call home on Sunday night, my father finally hands the phone to my mom. Her voice is hoarse. She says she is in bed. I tell her about the trip to New York, and she tells me that when she and her first husband, Gene, a jazz musician, moved to New York, they crashed on Cecil Taylor's couch for a month. I don't tell her about sharing a bed with the anarchist the second night. I haven't gotten a package or a letter from my mother in 2 weeks. During the first couple of months at college, there was something in my mailbox every time I checked. My mother insisted that we stay connected. She was nervous about me being so far away, even though she liked the college I chose. Marlborough sits on a mountaintop in southern Vermont, far away from my hometown of Atlanta. There are only 250 students. Most of them are writers or artists or musicians. They have fucked up parents, scattered backgrounds, no idea of who they are. I live in Howland, a squat 2-story co-ed dorm that houses 20 students. Even the bathrooms are co-ed, and I shower late at night, tiptoeing down the hallway, flinching at the sound of the water hitting the cold plastic curtain. Christine is the only one on campus who is from the small town nearby, the only local among a lot of wealthy kids who hail from rich Connecticut suburbs and sprawling California subdivisions. For the most part, I'm a good fit for Marlborough. I'm a little weird and a little eclectic in that disgruntled suburban teen girl kind of way. At my high school in Atlanta, I was the school poet, spending hours writing long and angst-filled verses about my boyfriend or my mother's cancer. I smoke Camel Lights, and I'm a little daring. At 18, I'm tall and thin. My wardrobe consists of a collection of white V-neck t-shirts that I buy in packs in the men's section of the department store. I wear jeans and combat boots, black bras that show through the thin t-shirts. My hair hangs long past my shoulders, dyed a silky crimson that offsets my blue eyes. 2 weeks before leaving for college, I lay back on a tattoo artist's couch and let him put a needle through my nose. I now sport a tiny silver stud in the hole he created there. I think all these things will help me stand out at college, but really I fit right in. So far, I love being at Marlborough, love being away from the drama of my high school friends in Atlanta, away from my mother's cancer and my father's sad attempts to support our small family. I love the changing leaves and my trek up the hill to the library, where I read 20th century poetry for long hours. And even though I'm outwardly ashamed of it, I love my job washing dishes after dinner in the dining hall. I love the camaraderie with the other work-life students. I love how angry I can be.